Some activists in San Francisco are butting heads with Catholic leaders. At issue, remember that Folsom Street Fair with the poster that pictures Jesus Christ and his apostles tricked out in leather gear in this takeoff of the Last Supper. All of this, this poster is sponsored by Miller Beer, a sponsor of the festival. Fred Kuhr is editor-at-large for In News Weekly. He joins us today from Canada. And William Donahue is the president of the Catholic League. He's live in New York. Good morning to both of you.
Morning.
Good morning.
All right, Bill, let's start with you. Miller Beer did apologize.
They apologized for the poster of the Last Supper. They didn't apologize for the sacrilegious use of religious symbols as sex toys, strippers, and men dressed as Jesus hoisted in cages over a Catholic church on a Sunday, and men dressed as nuns mocking them. So I want Miller, if they think that this is okay, as well as, you know, the other parts, men performing oral sex on each other in the street, this is what Miller Beer sponsors. I want them to come on this show and show the pictures which I've given to them of their festival. You couldn't show it, they wouldn't want to come on the air.
We've actually got some videotape from the event, which was a few weeks ago. Fred, what do you say to Bill?
I say you're right. Miller did apologize. The logo was taken off the poster, as was requested. They do sponsor the event. They make a lot of money off of that event. A lot of Miller Beer is consumed at Folsom Street Fair. Probably more Miller Beer is drank by Folsom Street Fair attendees on that one day than Bill Donahue and his followers.
What about using a crucifix as a sex toy? Is that okay with you, Fred?
I will give you that there are some acts that happen at that fair that you will find offensive. That
all right, well, what about you? I want to know about you. Do you find them offensive? To use a crucifix?
Well, I find the anti-gay rhetoric from the Catholic Church offensive. So if you want to talk about what's offensive,
yeah, okay. Look, I'll debate you on that anytime. Don't run from the issue. What about the stripper hoisted in a cage above the church, a man dressed as Jesus, and the guys mocking nuns? Is that okay with you too?
Would I do it? No. Would I take part in that? No. But you have to understand where some of this anger at the Catholic Church comes from. It comes from the anti-gay.
Well, I'll tell you what,
it's coming from, and not from. I'm not saying all Catholics are like that. I'm not saying all priests.
Sure, Fred. Are you saying we're not talking about anger here per se? We're talking about whether or not a corporation should be sponsoring something like this.
Well, I mean, if Bill Donahue wants to protest and wants to speak out against it, he has that right. Miller has the right to sponsor this event. They make money off of this event.
That's right, they do.
The whole idea behind corporate sponsorship. So they're going to sponsor it as long as it's good for them.
Yeah.
If Bill Donahue wants to speak out against them, that's all well and good.
Bill,
that's freedom of speech.
Here's where I think they're in trouble. I spoke yesterday to a Chaldean bishop, Bishop Ibrahim, from Michigan. This is a courageous man. He's not going to buckle. And these great Chaldeans in Michigan who own the beer stores, they're not going to buckle. And at 9:30 this morning, I'm speaking to another bishop, an archbishop. This thing is growing. People are fed up. And, you know, you can talk all you want about disagreeing with the Catholic Church on this and that. You have a right to do so, sir. But you don't have a right to go into the street and mock my religion in a blasphemous, sacrilegious way. You couldn't show on this show or on any show. I dare Miller to take out sponsorship of what it's doing to Catholics in the street. And you know what? They're not going to... This idea of we're apologizing for the logo on the Last Supper, apologize for the other three. All we want is one statement. Treat Catholics as if we were gays, and then we'll be very happy.
Well, I received, after we appeared together last time, I received emails from viewers that mocked me, that mocked my community. So you have to understand.
I'm really going to play the violin about that. You want to see what I get? Do you have any idea what comes to me?
For you and your sentiments.
I'm surprised after what happened to you the last time in this show, you had the nerve to even show up again.
Well, you're the one who you're the one who called me a loser.
Oh, I wonder why.
Okay, guys.
Oh, and you stand by that. You stand by using language like that.
I thought it was very kind.
Discussion here, and you go around calling people a loser.
So close to not having a name called. Fred and Bill, we thank you very much for this spirited debate. We'll just keep us posted, Bill, find out whether or not Miller says more. All right. Whew.